Hey guys, how are you doing? I'm fantastic for asking. I'm exhausted. This is my third Kay's kitchen I've done in a row, but I've changed clothes so you can't be able to tell. The hair may do it, but all I've eaten today were those like the garlic bread. I don't even know what to call it, but that's all I've eaten, and I'm like, I should probably eat something healthy. I googled what to eat with ground turkey, or like what to make for ground turkey, because all I really know, all I've really experienced with, I've made like tacos, I've made like stroganoff, macaroni and cheese with hamburger helper, blah blah, and all that stuff. Pasta, obviously, but I've made, did I say hamburgers? I don't know if I said hamburgers. I made hamburgers before, so I don't really know a whole lot. So I like googled it, and then up came like teriyaki turkey rice with vegetables. I'm gonna try to do that, and I thought, you know, it's making dinner, but I've never made this before, and so I might as well share it with you guys. And here we are. For starters, you want to start with the rice first. I get this rice, and I have a rice cooker, and let me tell you guys, I'm white. Normally for rice, what I used to do is I would get like the boxed rice, you know, like the 5-6 minute boxed rice you put in a bag. And I don't know if you guys remember my friend Stefan, when I first pulled that out, he's like, oh my god, Kate, you're white. And I'm like, well, yeah, what do you expect? A long time ago, he told me what kind of brand to get, and so this is the good rice to get. There's a problem that I always could not do. So every time I made rice in the rice cooker, every time it was either too hard or it was like goop, and I could not figure it out. Then lo and behold, our hero TikTok pulled through, and I saw this guy being like, oh, this is how you cook this, and this is how you make the rice, and he showed you how to measure it with his finger. I had been like Googling and using the directions that came with the rice cooker. I've tried everything and it would never work. But this guy's like, oh yeah, just measure with your finger. Nailed it. I've made rice perfectly every time, and I'm so upset. Same. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So basically, however much rice you put in there, is say like you want to make this much rice. For me, this is too much rice. But if you want to make this much rice, you want to fill the water up to that much. So if I make this much rice, you want to fill the water up to this much. And I never knew that until TikTok, I swear to God. Anyway, first things first, you always want to do is you want to wash your rice to get the excess, it's been a really long day, excess starch and stuff off of it. I usually do it a couple times, just swirl it, scrunch it, get it clean, and then we'll start the rice, and then we'll start with the meat. And I'll do B-roll because I'm too tired to talk. I hope you understand. Don't know if you guys would want to do this, but I like to season my meat. I know that's kind of surprising, but this is what I usually use. I do this. I do a little bit of this, and this, and this. Salt and pepper. Where's my other one? So, sometimes I use lemon pepper. I have all kinds of stuff in here. I'm not using that today, but it just kind of adds flavor to the meat, which is surprising, I know. But when this is done, then I'll mix in all the vegetables and the teriyaki sauce and the soy sauce and all that stuff. And minced garlic, which I'm about to add. Even though I added powdered garlic. I like garlic. I'm a garlic whore. Anyway, just wanted to show you guys the meat and tell you guys to season your food, because it'll make everything taste better. Trust me. I think you're supposed to very finely chop the broccoli, because you don't want it to be like big boy broccoli. You want it to be broccoli that will take in the teriyaki sauce as well as the juices of the meat and the garlic and everything else, because like putting this in there, that's also not going to cook all the way. So I'm assuming this is what we're doing. If I'm wrong, I'll let you know in the end, but so far so good, I think. So I have a whole bowl of teeny tiny little broccolis. I used a lot because I want it to be a lot more vegetable based. And it says online to cook these together, and then later we will add our sauces. I think it's like a pretty good meat to vegetable ratio, and the broccoli will like chill once it's cooking. And over here, as you can see, our rice cooker is done. It's got to be in here for 15 minutes afterwards, and if you open it too soon, it will not be completely cooked. How do you know this, Kate? So we're gonna leave the rice alone until basically this dish is done, and then we'll add the rice. Ooh, I think I also want to make scrambled eggs and put that in. I think that would be good too. So I've come into a little bit of a hiccup. The website says how to make your own teriyaki sauce, but I have my own teriyaki sauce. We're almost out of it, but don't worry, I have more. I have more soy sauce. I don't have more teriyaki sauce. I had to have bought more teriyaki sauce. Teriyaki sauce. I'm gonna fill it up halfway. So half a cup of teriyaki sauce. So I have teriyaki baste and glaze, which is like a very thick, it's kind of like barbecue sauce, but it adds a lot of flavor to it. We're gonna add, probably should have measured this, tablespoon of that as well. We're gonna pour it in. Like I said, we're kind of winging it. I want it to soak more. Nope, I'm out of this. How are you, rice cooker? I think the rice is done. Because also, as you see over here, it's hot, but there's no more steam coming out, which means it is probably ready. I'm gonna cover this, let it cook for a few minutes, let it simmer in its juices, and let's have a moment of truth. Did I do the rice right? I'm scared to open it. What does that mean? I'll come back to. I'll think about it. Eggs. That is what we're missing. We're missing eggs. I have egg chopsticks. I'm going to use those. The other battery died. Does that surprise you? Probably not. So I'm trying, I got these new egg chopsticks, and I've never used them before, but I always really wanted to. Does that mean I'm going to be able to do it like how professionals do it? No. I'm going to cook them halfway, and then I'm just going to throw them in here. Yeah! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So I used 3 eggs, you probably should use 4. Haha! White rice. Nice little scoop of rice in that. Get some teriyaki meat. Get a spoon. And there you have it. Shall I try it? This is a nice little bite we have here. Oh, that's good. Yeah. It's still a little too salty. I like it. Maybe a little bit too salty, but if you like salt, hell yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat dinner now because this is my actual dinner. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Not tomorrow, but maybe eventually. And hope you have a fantastic day and all that stuff. Okay, bye!